Hello, and welcome to Lynne and Craig's English live stream. Our aim here is to help you with your English, to help you improve your English, widen your vocabulary, grow your grammar, and what is it, Lynn? Supercharge your listening skills? Something like
Oh
that.
my goodness, I don't know. Your logo is so professional now. Your little jingle. I don't know. It's
My
really professional.
jingle.
Just listen to him. He's good. He's good. Listen to him.
Well, welcome. If it's your first time watching, you may be watching the replay. So hello and thank you for your time. If you are, we're going to help you with your English. But first, we probably should introduce ourselves. So sitting over there on the other side of Valencia is Lynn from
Hello.
putitlikethis.com. Welcome, Lynn.
Hi. So for people who maybe are new to the live stream, my name is Lynn. As Craig said, my website is called putitlikethis.com. I'm an online English teacher, and I specialize in helping you try to find your own voice in English. So really, I don't offer standard courses as such, but I try to make tailor-made courses. So when you tell me what your objectives are in English, then I try to find the best way to help you achieve your objectives with the level of English that you already have, and I can help you improve in areas that maybe are necessary for you. If you want to learn more about the types of courses I offer, you can go to my website, putitlikethis.com, and there's lots of pages there where you can read about the types of courses I do. And there's also a contact page there. If you want to get in touch with me, then you can write to me over the contact page.
Well, there you go, putitlikethis.com. And if you don't know me, my name's Craig. And if you go to mansioningles.com and you happen to be a Spanish speaker, you'll find lots of material there that will help you on your English journey and give you lots of Spanish support. And if you prefer listening to improve your English, we have a podcast. When I say we, that's not Lynn and I, that's my friend Reza, another ex-colleague of ours. And go to inglespodcast.com. That's where the podcast lives. But of course, you can also listen on Spotify and ebooks and anywhere you get your podcasts. And like Lynn, I also teach online, but not like Lynn. My courses tend to be for groups and conversation. So if you go to englishcraig.com, you can book a free 10 or 15-minute chat with me, very informal. I'll speak about your level, your history in English. And very soon in November, there are more conversation courses starting. So if you're feeling like you need a confidence boost, then book a chat and I'll be more than happy to talk about English with you. So, Lynn, what's today's topic?
Well, today we're talking about, do birthdays still matter? So we thought we might do a live stream about birthdays, but obviously I think most people know what birthdays are, and probably even when you're a basic English learner, if you just started, you probably know some basic vocabulary around birthdays because it's a very common topic. So we will teach you some vocabulary today and review some vocabulary to do with birthdays. But really, we thought we might sort of take an angle on it and ask ourselves whether they still matter, birthdays. Are they as important as they used to be in the past? Or does the importance of birthdays change as you get older? So,
definitely.
So we thought we've got a few questions at the end. I'm sure that we'll have a lot of food for thought.
And people are joining us live. So hi to Javi. Good to see you.
Hello, Javi. Nice to see you again.
He thinks birthdays still matter.
They still matter.
Well, we'll find out a bit more about that later. And Hemma's here. So hi, Hemma.
Hi,
Thanks
Hemma.
for joining
Hi,
us.
nice to see you again.
Always a pleasure.
Mm-hmm.
So let's look at some vocabulary first, and then we'll go into some more open discussion questions later. A milestone birthday. Well, first of all, what's a milestone? If you drive along some roads in some
England
countries,
with miles,
or America,
that's true, or America,
you'll see these markers, these stones, or these posts, or these signs on the road that tell you how many miles to the next destination, or how many miles you've traveled, and it marks a certain point on the road. So we also speak about a milestone in life. For example, a milestone might be getting your first job, or it might be losing your first job. It
Mhm.
might be having a birthday, for example.
Mhm.
But a milestone birthday is something very special. It could mean that you have become an adult, or that you have the keys to your door, or something similar. So it's a very
Mhm.
special birthday that marks or shows a
An
point in
important
your
moment in
life.
your life, really, isn't
Exactly.
it? So typical milestone birthdays used to be 21 in England, but nowadays I think it's 18 really, rather than 21, because that's kind of like the age where you're considered an adult when you're 18.
Mhm.
No longer a child. And other milestone birthdays, I think now lately, they're all the decades, aren't they? Because people tend to celebrate their 30th birthday, or their 40th, or their 50th, or their 60th, and so forth.
Every
Um,
decade, every 10 years.
every decade, they're often good contenders for milestone birthdays, or retirement. Maybe, like when you reach, because now it used to be 65, now it's 68, I think, isn't it, here?
67,
Or
yeah.
67, 68. So that could be a big birthday if it's a milestone. It's a very personal thing, because it's do you see a momentous moment in your life? That would be a milestone birthday.
Hi, Martin. Good to see you here. Martin's joined us as well.
Uh-huh.
Have you
Okay.
celebrated a milestone birthday recently, Martin? Have you celebrated a decade or something similar?
Uh-huh.
It used to be it used to be 21, and now it's 18, which is
Yeah.
a moment where you kind of have a rite of passage. You can vote, you can drive, you can do many things. You can join the army, you can get a driving license, etc.
Mm-hmm.
So it's a rite of passage, a
Mm-hmm.
coming of age.
Mm-hmm. Coming of age, yes, is means that you are now the age of an adult. That's the coming of age. Yeah, so that's a milestone birthday. Have you ever celebrated milestone birthdays, Craig?
I celebrated my 18th.
Yeah, me too.
I
Hmm.
celebrated my 50th. That was a milestone birthday for some reason.
Okay.
Yeah,
Hmm.
that felt like really old.
Uh-huh.
And I
I
didn't
celebrated my 30th and thought it was really old. I remember that. I had a lovely picnic on the Rhine meadows in Dusseldorf in Germany. It was a very memorable birthday, my 30th birthday. But yeah, it wasn't very old, really. Not when I see it now.
not when you look
Uh-huh.
back now, no, it's
No, 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 no.
yeah, it
Hmm.
would be nice to be
Hmm.
30 again. What makes it memorable? What makes a birthday memorable? Is it the company that you're with, where you
For
are, the
yeah,
age that
uh,
you turn?
yeah. For me, is that a question to me, or is that's a question to everybody? You answer. Uh-huh.
Yeah, anyone can
Uh-huh.
answer.
Anybody can answer. For me, if I can answer, I think the thing that makes birthdays really special, I mean, because we have a lot of birthdays, so not every birthday is special, is it? But the day is special. But for me, the not so special birthdays are the ones that I celebrate just with my close family. They're special because it's a special day in the year, but of course, because we do similar things every year, it's a special day, but it's not something that you remember. They all kind of merge into one in my memory after a while. But then the big birthdays, I think, when I'm surrounded not only by my family, but also a lot of my friends,
Mhm.
that makes them really special. And on my 30th birthday, I remember I had many, many people come to my 30th birthday party, which was this picnic. It was a very informal affair, really, on the Rhine. We had a beautiful day, and there were many, many people there.
Did they
And
travel
that
from
meant a
abroad,
lot. No,
from
they
other
didn't
countries?
then. They were my friends from Germany. But I had something similar when I was 60, which was a surprise party. And I had people from all over, and that made it like unforgettable. I think when all of your friends are gathered in the same place with your family, that makes it a very, very special birthday that you'll never forget, I think.
Yeah, for sure. Emma
Mhm.
says that she says birthdays are important because you've been able to get through another year with all the good and the bad. So it's
Uh,
marking that, yeah, that other year that's passed.
it's like marking a it's marking that you're moving through life, isn't it? Because we all have our individual lives, of course. And I think the birthday, I mean, New Year's Eve does that too, doesn't it? When we start the new year, that we think about the past year. But of course, the birthday is something very personal to you, isn't it? Rather than, it's
Mhm.
not really to do with world events, but it's like, how have you changed over the years? And yeah, yeah, and you're still here, and you're still alive, and you're still doing things. So yeah,
I
it's
I used
special.
an expression before, to turn. When you have a birthday, you can say that you turn a particular age.
Hmm.
For example, you've
Hmm.
turned 40. You can say, I've just turned 40, which
Yeah.
means to become 40.
Uh-huh. Yeah. Uh-huh.
And Martin says the most popular is the 18th birthday in
In
Poland. Yeah, it's
Poland,
pretty
yeah.
much the
Uh-huh.
same in the UK as well.
Yeah, I think so too. And in Spain too, I think, isn't it? The
Yes.
18th birthday, yeah. Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Javi says that he's planning for a milestone birthday when he turns 40.
But you
But
hope it takes some time still. Well, time passes the same for all of us, I think.
in Brazil, apparently girls like their 15th birthday when they turn
Yeah.
15, and
Uh,
men 18. Now that's interesting. Is there a special meaning, Vinicius, about
uh,
girls turning 15? Is that
I think
a
it's not.
coming of age?
Yeah, and I've heard Vinicius. I've heard that, but it's not only in Brazil. I've heard it for Venezuela. My daughters have some friends from South America, and their 15th birthday was extremely special, and they had lots and like a big party, lots of presents.
It's special in
Um,
Mexico as well because it's
yeah,
where they present the young lady to society.
yeah,
So they're
interesting.
it's a coming of age for girls in
Yeah.
Mexico as well, 15.
Yeah, yeah. But it's very young, isn't it? You know,
Very
I
young.
suppose like years ago, women, many girls were married at 15, but like they're not now, are they? And I don't think like 15-year-old women are not particularly independent of their parents, even in Mexico or Brazil, I wouldn't think. But I'm not sure. Maybe Vinicius can tell us. Mhm.
3 words which might be confused. In fact, I wasn't exactly sure what the difference is between right.
I'm glad you looked them up for Craig,
I
because
did
I
look
just
them up.
looked at the notes and I thought, goodness me, I don't know.
Yeah, there's a right. Notice the spelling, R-I-T-E. It's not the same as R-I-G-H-T. It's your
Gee.
right to do that. It's a
Uh-huh.
different meaning.
Or
A right ritual,
WRITE,
or
which is to
W-R,
write
right, yeah,
something. We have
exactly,
lots of homophones there.
and ceremony. Well, a
Hmm.
rite, according to my dictionary, is a formal or traditional act performed as
Ah,
part of a religious, cultural, or social practice, often marking an important stage in life. For example, a baptism is a Christian rite.
right. Yes, that's right. And communion is a rite
Exactly.
in the Catholic Church too.
So
Uh-huh.
the focus with a rite is on the act itself, it's on the
And a
action.
wedding, a marriage ceremony in a
Mm.
church is a rite.
You can have
Too.
initiation rites of
Mhm.
some tribes, for example. Some African
Mhm.
tribes might have an initiation rite. They might have to kill a tiger or kill a lion or something. So that's right.
Mhm.
Ritual, on the other hand, is a series of actions which are sometimes repeated regularly,
Uh-huh.
and they're performed or they're done in a specific order.
Uh-huh. And I think
It's
they can also be rituals, can be kind of public in the community, but I think rituals can also be something that you do within your family. You might have certain rituals that you do,
Or personally, you could have
or personally.
your morning ritual. What do
Yeah,
you do
that's
when you
true.
wake up in the morning?
Me, I have a cup of tea. You?
I have a cup of tea and do my Wordle, as I was talking about in the lesson I just gave. My
Ah.
group lesson, I was talking about my Wordle ritual in the
Yes,
morning.
ritual in the morning.
Every day I do my Wordle with my morning
Mhm.
coffee.
Yes.
So that's a good example. As Lynn said,
Mhm.
you can have your morning coffee, which is a ritual for you, but it
Mhm.
also has the meaning, like a symbolic meaning in some
Mhm.
religions
Mhm.
as well. For example,
Mhm.
the wedding ritual. You
True. Uh-huh.
exchange rings, you make promises, maybe you light
Mhm.
candles. In
Mhm.
some religion, you break a glass. So there are different rituals that you can perform
Mhm. It's like a
when you get
series
married.
of actions, isn't it? Rather than rite refers to everything, but the ritual is the actions, like similar to little rituals. Do you perform any rituals on your birthday, Craig?
No, I'm not a big birthday person. I'm really
Mhm.
not. I used to really, really enjoy birthdays because I could go to the pub, I could have a few beers, I'd meet my friends, I'd celebrate, I'd get presents
Mhm.
and birthday cards. Well, of course, we don't get birthday card. I don't get birthday cards because everybody wishes me happy birthday on social media.
Mhm.
So it's not the
Mhm.
same thing, not the same excitement as opening cards, physical
Mhm.
cards, and having that celebration, that birthday cake, etc. It's just
Mhm.
lost its magic for me. So
Mhm.
really, honestly, for me, it's just another day. It
It's
really
just
is
another
just
day for
another
you.
day.
Uh-huh. Uh-huh. We have lots of in my family, of course, with my girls still, we do have rituals for our
What
birthday.
what do you do?
And we do it for everybody's birthday. So for my husband's birthday, my birthday, and the three
You
girls'
recently
birthdays.
celebrated a family
I
birthday. So
did.
what was the
I did.
did you do
So
a
our
ritual?
ritual is always in. It's been since they were little. We kind of created it within our family, and we always have. First of all, the presents and the cards usually wait until the afternoon because we're usually at work or out and about or at school or whatever. And then in the evening, we always have. I call it, because I'm from the north of England, I say we have our tea. Of course, tea doesn't mean the drink, it means dinner, basically. But we always have. I started it with my little girls when they were really small, because when I was a little girl, my mother used to make the same. There were certain foods that belonged to a birthday tea party. And so I recreated these for my girls when they were small. And the thing is, we like the food so much that we do it every year for our. So we always have the same dinner. We don't invite anybody else
It's
because
just
we
the
we
family.
just like to be together for this tea. And we have certain types of food which are always the same. And
What types of food?
we have egg mayonnaise sandwiches in white bread triangles without crusts.
That's so British.
It's so British. We have cheese and pineapple on sticks. We
Also
have
so
it
so
very,
British.
very, very
Very
1970s,
1970s, yeah,
1970s Britain.
1980s.
We have crisps. We have little tiny savory. I wanted to have sausage rolls, but you can't get sausage rolls here. So we have. There's something in Spain. They like something similar. It's like sort of they're warm and they have different fillings in them.
Mhm.
We have those. And what else do we have? We've added some nice Spanish things as well. We have jamon and so ham. Um, and then we always drink champagne with it all.
Mhm.
So we drink champagne with it all. And then we have the birthday cake, which is always homemade to the same recipe. We have this chocolate cake that I make. But when it's my birthday, my girls make it for me.
Mhm.
And so the girls help me make it for their sisters and for their dad.
But
And
don't you
so
get bored every
not
time
at all.
because
We don't, because we love the food so much.
you've got 5 birthdays a year?
No, we have four because I've got twins, so we only have
Ah,
four
okay,
birthdays a
okay.
year.
Right,
And
yeah.
believe me, the chocolate cake is so rich that it's good that we only have it 4 times a year because it's very unhealthy.
That's funny.
Yeah, so we still always do that. That's very important. Uh-huh.
So we've looked at rites, we've looked at ritual. Let's look at ceremony, which you may know. A ceremony, and I've put this in the chat, it's an event, it's an occasion, but a special event, a special occasion, which is celebrating or marking, signifying something important. So it might include one or more rites or rituals. For example, you can have a graduation ceremony when you graduate from college or university. You can have a retirement ceremony or the opening ceremony of the Olympics or the World Cup. So ceremony is basically a special event or occasion, and you're marking something special. You're recognizing something special. So there you go. Those
they're
three
funny words, aren't they?
clarifies.
They are strange words, really.
Let's look at some more vocabulary. We've got a collocation here: to throw a party. You're not literally throwing it, it's idiomatic. To throw a party means to organize or have a party, host.
Well, you are throwing it in the sense that you're giving all the food, all the drink, and all the
You're
spending the money.
Throwing
You're throwing
the food at the guests.
You're throwing everything at the guests. That's to throw a party.
Yeah. What else do we have? Mark the occasion, we just mentioned, to celebrate or commemorate a special event.
To mark the occasion. So sometimes we say, what are you going to do? Oh, it's your birthday next week. What are you going to do to mark the occasion? So sometimes we do use that. It sounds a bit formal, but we do use that. I say that. What are you going to do to mark the occasion?
Yeah, so it's our anniversary next week. Oh, are you going to mark the occasion? Go out
Which
for
means,
a special
are you going to
meal?
celebrate it or commemorate it in any way? That's true.
A low-key celebration is a very simple, quiet, or modest celebration or gathering. When people come together, you can call it a gathering. People coming together to celebrate something. So that tends to be not very elaborate, very simple, very quiet, a low-key celebration, which very much describes my my parties these days, very low-key. But the opposite to that, Lynn, is lavish, isn't it?
A lavish party. I would describe our family birthday parties as low-key celebrations.
Yeah, keep it small, keep it in the
family. It's very small, and it's very, I mean, it's nothing extravagant at all. Oh, and by the way, I didn't say, but after the cake, that's when we open presents and cards. And we'll talk about cards in a moment. Cards are very important.
For British people, not so much for Spanish.
And a lavish party is a really expensive and extravagant celebration. And I think I saw earlier that Hema said that for her 60th, she had her family and friends planned a surprise party for her, just like me, Hema, as well, yeah? And she didn't know anything, and it was a real surprise. Now, it could well be that was also a lavish, or it's a more extravagant party because you're doing more things, yeah? I'm sure it wasn't low-key. I'm sure everybody was going, happy birthday, Hema. Yeah.
Oh, yeah, I missed Javi's comment as well. He said it's called a
Quinceañero
party. Quinceañero party.
Girls turning 15.
When they turn 15. Yeah. To
Okay.
throw a party through the window, throw the guests through the window if they misbehave. Yeah. And what happens sometimes at parties, especially if they're quite formal, and if it's maybe a wedding party or a retirement party, you might have a toast, but you're not actually cooking bread or toasting bread. You're raising a glass, usually of alcohol, champagne or beer or wine, and you're drinking to someone or to something. So in the case of a wedding, you would toast the bride and groom. In the case of a retirement party, you would toast the person who's retiring. And that means you say a few words, everybody raises their glass and to the happy couple, and you toast the something. You can also toast good weather or good luck, or you can toast anything, can't you?
You can
drink to anything.
Javi, I'm glad Javi's written that because I was about to add that. Javi's written, he said, let's make a toast. Now, that's lovely language. That's what I wanted to give everybody, because it could be that you're in a celebration and you would like to formally recognize somebody. So you lift your glass and you say, let's make a toast to, if the preposition to, let's make a toast to Craig. I think it's been 5 years since you've been doing these live streams, Craig. Well done. Chin
Thank
chin.
you. Thank you very much.
All right. And so you say something like that, and then obviously you drink.
Is it bad luck to toast with water?
Not for me, no. Anyway, mine is pure vodka. No, it's not.
Vodka. It's vodka.
It's not. It's water.
It's gin. Mother's ruin. Yeah, it was the 60th birthday. Next year it won't be the same. Yeah, but I'm sure you'll celebrate it, Gemma. I'm sure you'll do something. Go out to a nice restaurant or something to mark the occasion.
Yeah.
What's next? Yeah, well, I said you can turn an age, turn 40, turn 62, whatever. You can also hit a certain age. To reach a specific age, you can say she's just hit 30 or just turned 30.
Oh, I remember when I hit 40. Which means to reach. Yeah, that's very colloquial to use the word hit.
To spoil someone rotten. That's what I think they did to you when you had your surprise party, wasn't it? They treated you with excessive indulgence and spoiled you for the day.
They did.
Yeah.
They did. But I think to spoil someone rotten, they treated me with indulgence, but it was a very busy day, believe me. It was intense. So I don't think I was relaxing on my birthday. I was just so overwhelmed with everybody there. But to spoil somebody rotten, I think, is more when you pamper somebody. So, for example, if it's somebody's birthday and you say, look, no, I'm going to bring you breakfast in bed. You don't even have to get out of bed to have breakfast. Or I'll do all the cooking. You don't have to do anything. Just sit and enjoy. Go on the terrace and enjoy the sun.
Put your feet up.
Put your feet up, yeah. Sometimes I know a lot of friends of mine, their daughters, for them, they I don't like this, so I don't want my daughters to do this, but they sent them to a spa hotel, you know, where you get a massage and they're supposedly spoiling you rotten. They're spoiling you a lot by pampering you. And rotten means very bad. So it's a strange expression, isn't it? To spoil someone rotten. It's the idea that you give somebody so much that they turn into a bad person.
Yeah, it's interesting.
That's what
you can
means.
Have rotten fruit or rotten meat, which means it's so bad you can't eat it. It's just too old and it's gone off, you can say. But you can also spoil someone terribly. And
yes,
terrible is a negative adjective.
It's a negative adjective too. And it's interesting because I'm looking at it and I'm thinking it's a play on words, that, you know, because to spoil something has two meanings.
Yes.
On the one hand, it means to ruin something. So, for example, if this was wine and I spill it on my white T-shirt and my T-shirt has a big stain on it, then of course I have spoilt my T-shirt. It's ruined. Or the food is spoiled, as Javi's just written in the chat. The food is spoiled, which means it's no good. You can't eat it. But the other meaning of to spoil somebody means to excessively indulge them, to make them feel like the king or a queen for a day. That is to spoil somebody. And then I think the play on word with spoil and rotten, because you tend to think it's very negative, but actually it's not. It's very positive. It's like two negatives make a positive.
Yeah,
That's interesting. I never thought about that.
No, me neither. For our Spanish listeners, that would be mimar, I think.
Mimar is spoil. Yeah.
Another thing that happens on birthdays and other special occasions is that you get presents and gifts. So do you know these two words? The phrasal verb to wrap up is to cover the gift or present in paper, especially at Christmas. We're getting near Christmas. You might be wrapping up presents. and the opposite to unwrap. So you
Mhm.
unwrap the present and gift. You remove the paper.
Now, I made a little note here. I wanted to add something, Craig. I forgot to tell you. But gift here, present or gift, they're nouns. Okay, they're nouns. So you can give somebody a present or you can give somebody a gift. And then there is a verb, to gift, but we don't have a verb to present, because in Spanish, a lot of Spanish speakers have this word regalar,
We have
which
to
is
present though.
to give. Yes, but that doesn't mean to give a gift. It doesn't mean to give a
No,
present.
no.
So to give something to somebody is not to, you'd have to say to give a present. You can say to gift, but it doesn't really refer to the idea of giving somebody something to open.
Mhm.
Usually when we use the verb to gift, it's when we give money away to charity, for example. You might decide to gift so much of your money to a charity. Or you can gift your clothes to a charity so that they can give them to people who need them. So when you gift something, it means you give something away to somebody else for free. But it's not really to make a present. Right. So you have to say to give a present.
Well,
Or
I've
did you
learned
get many presents?
I've learned a new word from Paula. Paula's
Oh.
just taught me that in Spanish, engreír is to spoil.
Okay. Engreír.
I did not know
I
that.
didn't know that. I would have thought it was mimar or.
Yeah.
But I think mimar can be positive and engreír sounds like it's negative. Is that right, Paula?
She will tell us. Children should be tend, not turn. They tend to be spoiled by their parents. That's true. And Vinicius asks, is it like gossip?
Gossip, and it is. It's a very modern word, that Vinicius. It's a very colloquial word, and they say, "What's the spoil?"
Oh, really? I didn't know that.
Yes, what's the spoil? And it's like, what's the
You're
gossip?
so with it, Lynn, with your vocabulary. I had no idea.
I'm not sure, but I'm sure they say, "What's the spoil?" I'm sure I've heard
What's the
that.
spoil?
What's the
Okay.
spoil?
Paula's from Peru, so yeah, that's
okay, all right.
engreír
Engreír.
in Peru.
Okay,
Interesting.
lovely. Thank you, Paula.
Where are we? I've lost the plot.
You were on to wrap up and unwrap a present.
Another phrasal verb, to blow out the candles, to blow out, make a wish. Do you do that on your birthday still? Or is that something that you really, you still do that?
Always. You have to blow out a cake, a birthday cake without candles and a song. You have to have the song, right?
Happy birthday
to you. Yes, you have to have the song. It's not a birthday, is it? You have
now,
to blow out
do you
the
sing it
candles.
in English or in Spanish in your
Well,
household?
I sing in our house. Part of our ritual is that we sing happy birthday in Spanish and then in English, and then we sing another song in Spanish, which is not like cumpleaños feliz. It's not that one. It's feliz en tu día.
How does it go? Can you give us a rendition?
Oh gosh, no, I'm going to have to sing. I can't sing on live stream.
Okay,
no, I can't. And it's Spanish. It doesn't belong on the English live stream because it's Spanish.
I'll give you a pass.
But we have an English song and we have a Spanish song, and we sing them as well. It's part of the ritual, you see.
Well, I do not blow out candles on cakes anymore because I've grown out of it. There's another phrasal verb. If you grow out of something with time, you stop doing it. And it usually means that it's something you did when you were younger, but you don't do now that you're older.
Because you're too old, aren't you?
Because you're too old and miserable.
You're too old and miserable. And I'm not. I'm happy. I'm young.
That's right.
And I want to make a wish. Of course, I want to make a wish. And I do make wishes every year.
But you don't tell anybody, because if you tell people, it won't come true.
No. And it's very important to blow out all the candles in one go. Otherwise, it doesn't work.
But is it symbolic? Do you just have maybe 3 or 4 candles, or do you have exactly the number of candles that you're celebrating in years?
Well, I can't do that now. That would be a fire hazard in my house.
Oh, don't exaggerate. Don't exaggerate.
No. I have one for every decade now.
Right. Okay.
Or I get the ones
So
with the numbers on.
so only
And so
only
do.
4 candles then. Right. Got it. Okay, moving on. If you are the center of attention, it's something I do not like. Then
Oh,
you
me
are the
neither.
focus of everyone's interest.
Mm.
So if it's your birthday, everyone's looking at you. The whole party is around you, and I don't feel very comfortable in those situations. Do you?
No, not really. I did enjoy very much my surprise party, I have to say, because I was so surprised to see all these people in one place. So, of course, it was a wonderful, happy event, plus the fact they were all my very, very dear friends. So
Mhm.
I feel very comfortable around them. But I don't feel comfortable being the center of attention when there are strangers around. And I don't like to be the focus of everyone's interest.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
Hammer said, I prefer low key celebrations, very very
Yeah.
low key.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Paula said it depends on the age, meaning the candles on the cake, I presume.
Probably.
Probably
Uh-huh.
depends on the age. Now, obviously, birthdays in the past, we remember them. We think about birthdays that have gone by in the past. So you can use another phrasal verb, which is a 3-word phrasal verb to look back on something, which is to
Mhm.
reflect on your past experiences. So I look back fondly on birthdays in the past.
Mhm. Mhm. To look back on.
To look
Mhm.
back on, to
Mhm.
remember. In a good way,
Mhm.
isn't it, usually? You look back on
It's
something
yeah, it's
positively.
usually positive things. Uh-huh.
Get together, another phrasal
Mhm.
verb.
Mhm. And it's also a noun. You could say, let's have a get together. Uh-huh.
Yes.
So it can be a noun or a verb. And it means to meet socially with friends or family. So sometimes you might not want a big lavish party, but you want to have a little get together with friends. Uh-huh.
Hmm.
Mhm.
Okay, and our last vocabulary item for you is quite informal English, colloquial, and it's a birthday bash. A bash is another word for a party, but it's usually,
Mhm.
as Lynn just said, lavish. It's usually a big thing, isn't it? A
Mhm. Yeah,
huge
it's like a
celebration,
big,
a
yeah,
birthday bash.
a birthday bash. But it's an informal phrase, isn't it?
Yeah.
Uh-huh. Yeah.
So let's get you involved a little. If you are watching live, please comment in the chat along with us as we ask and answer these questions. So here's a question for you. Has the meaning of birthdays changed over time due to commercialization and social media? We mentioned at the beginning, we don't tend to send or receive birthday cards in the
Mm.
post anymore.
Mhm.
That was a big thing when I was growing up to get your birthday cards. And even today, my sister would be very annoyed with me if I didn't send her or give her a birthday card.
Birthday card, yeah. That's the same for me, for my immediate family. So for my mother, my sister, and her children and her husband, we still send birthday cards. And I like to send birthday cards to my friends. Um, it's strange because I think that habit started because of commercialization, to be frank, because there
Yes.
was a massive card industry in the UK. And I mean, Christmas cards were crazy and birthday cards were crazy too. But I have to say that I like the tradition of sending birthday and Christmas cards to my friends because it gives me a moment. Well, first of all, you have to remember that it's their birthday. So it's like it's you have to either have it in your calendar or maybe now with your phone you get a reminder. But if you're going to send a card, you need the reminder in advance so that you
Mhm.
can post the card.
Yeah.
And I think that that's a nice moment for you to think about your friends, especially if they're not in the same country as you or they're far away. And so for me that's very important, and I like writing them out. And I do also like to receive cards. I like to read my cards and open my cards on my birthday. And I have maybe because I'm older and my friends are older and we still send cards, I do actually get a few cards on my birthday.
It started in the Victorian era.
Did it really?
Yeah, I've just checked. So the tradition of sending birthday cards
Uh-huh.
began in the mid-19th century during the Victorian
Yeah.
era in Britain. And I
Yeah.
think Christmas cards, the sending of Christmas cards also started in Britain.
Yeah.
So that's why we like it so much. And it is becoming more common in Spain, or it was for a few years, although now, as we said, it's more social media, isn't it?
Yes, I noticed that most people have stopped sending Christmas cards, and they've stopped sending birthday cards too. But I quite like it. I mean, it's an expensive habit, especially Christmas cards are an expensive habit.
Yeah.
But I don't know, for me, it's a little way of saying, look, I'm thinking about you, I care about you. And I think it's not the same with the phone reminders or the quick WhatsApps, because you get the reminder from artificial intelligence, you haven't had it, and then you hammer off like a little message and then you're done. And I don't know, I prefer a little bit more thought going into it, But I'm a bit sentimental like that, aren't I? So maybe I'm just romantic,
No,
a hopeless romantic.
I think we're on the same page. I agree with you as far as the cards are concerned. Paula says since COVID, some people refuse to blow out.
Yeah, that's true.
remember the preposition with that, Paula. Blow out the candles.
Blow out the candles.
Yeah, because you're spitting on everyone as you're blowing out
It's
the candles.
true. But even without COVID, even if you're healthy, it's still not a very healthy thing to do, to blow candles out. But
and you're spitting on the chocolate cake as well.
Well, you are, but it's good for the mixing up of the gut the gut biome. I've read that apparently now in our gut we haven't got enough variety of each other's bacteria. And apparently blowing on food can help. So it's okay.
Right. Yeah, we'll give you a pass for that as well.
We'll give you a pass.
Have you ever felt social pressure to celebrate your birthday in a certain way? I did when I was younger.
Did you?
This is a question for everyone watching as well. So type in your thoughts in the chat. Yeah, I did, especially in my late teens and early 20s. You used to have to go to a pub, invite all your friends, then go to a nightclub after. So there was this pressure that you had to, like, you couldn't do something weird, like take a boat out on a lake to celebrate your birthday, or have a walk in the forest and pick flowers. Like you had to go and get drunk. That was that was me growing up in London a long time ago. But yeah, I did feel social pressure, but I enjoyed it. I still enjoyed it. I did it.
Yeah, I felt social pressure also when I was younger. I think to celebrate, like you were all in a crowd of people. So when it was a birthday, it was an excuse to go out and have a party or do something. I also remember that when I lived in Germany, it was very common. There was a lot of social pressure within the company that when it was your birthday, you had to invite everybody for breakfast. So you had to take in, either you ordered catering or you made it and took it in yourself. But you had to invite your entire department to like sandwiches or food and coffee
and
in the morning.
And you paid for it.
And you paid for it. That was very, very common in the 13 years I lived in Germany. Every time it was, and I mean, this happened all year round. So often you had breakfast. Oh, it's so-and-so's birthday. It's breakfast time. So you had to go. So every week it was somebody's birthday and you had a free breakfast. And when it was your birthday, you were expected to do the same thing. It wasn't cheap. And obviously you had people there that some of them you really didn't like, but it was
had to buy the breakfast.
You had to buy the breakfast. So that was a kind of social pressure to
Right.
celebrate your birthday. And I didn't find that really had anything to do with my birthday. Do you know what I mean? It didn't really have anything to do with me. People were not asking questions about me. It was like a formality. It was a ritual.
It's interesting because they've just reminded me now, when I started working in an office in the UK, it was expected that on your birthday at lunchtime, you took everybody to the pub and you bought them a drink.
There you are. See, so it's the same
And you
kind of
had to do it. Social pressure. Yeah.
thing.
And they knew when your birthday was because the person in human resources made sure that everybody knew it was your birthday.
Yeah.
But that brings us perfectly to the next question. It's a
Oh, well,
perfect.
hang on. Hema also has a point there, which I think is quite interesting first. Hema says, yes, when my children were little and I had to celebrate their birthday with their classmates and friends. I feel you very much, Hema, because I had that too. And the
you
social
didn't enjoy
pressure.
it.
No, because the social pressure was really, really strong. And of course, sometimes it causes a lot of problems in schools, I think, because there are families, like somebody invites all of the class. And they invite them to, I don't know, laser games, the cinema, followed by McDonald's. And not everybody in the class, not all families have the money to be able to do that. Nor do their children like everybody in the class and want everybody in the class at their birthdays. And I have to say, it was easier to resist the social pressure with my children than it was for myself, because I just said, no, we're not doing that. So if my children didn't want to go to a party, I used to tell the mother, I'm sorry, but we won't be going. If my children didn't want to. If they wanted to, then they went. And then when it was my daughter's birthday, I used to say, look, we have so much money. You can invite 15 people, go and choose. And
So
they
had
chose.
to narrow
They
it
had
down.
to narrow it down. I was a little bit, I'm sure I was a bit of a pariah in the school.
Well, Hema agrees with you. So yeah.
Yeah. But you have to put a limit on it because it just gets ridiculous. It gets ridiculous.
Before blowing out the candles, people think of a special wish, says Andres. Have their wishes come true? No, it's a superstition, isn't it? I mean, I wished when I was younger that I would be very, very rich and successful.
And you are, Craig.
Look at me,
you are.
Look at me now. So that didn't work. I also wish that I could meet Michelle Pfeiffer and take her for dinner with Jennifer Lopez. That didn't work either.
Well, you're not telling it on national
National
internet,
what?
are you? International internet.
International internet.
You're not admitting to it, but who knows? Andres, wishes are secret, so we can't tell you if they came true or not.
Well, I think if that was going to come true, it would have happened by now. So yeah, we had the question earlier that was up. Who pays for birth? Now, this is quite controversial because in the UK, usually we got spoiled rotten on our birthdays by our friends and families. I mean, we might, maybe like in Germany, you had to buy breakfast and I bought everybody a drink at lunchtime in my job. But then if we went out for a meal, it would be my family or my friends who paid because it was my birthday. So it was another way of giving me a gift. However, it's not true in Spain, is it, Lynn?
No, it isn't. In Spain, I think you're expected to pay for everything, aren't you, on your birthday?
You are.
And in Germany too. In Germany
Really?
too. In Germany too.
So I
think
know.
England was always a little bit of a strange mixture, wasn't it? England. I don't know. And I haven't lived in England that long. Like I left England when I was 21. So you need like an adult. Of course, like when I was 18, I still had my family. My family was still doing it all for me, But I don't know what it's like when you're 30 in England anymore. Who does it? I
I
can't
have no
say.
I have no
Uh-huh.
idea. But we've got people watching from different countries. What's it like in your country? What's the
Hmm.
tradition? Do you have to treat everybody else? If you treat people, then you pay for the drinks or the meal or the food, or do they treat you because it's your birthday? So I don't know if Marcin's with us from Poland still, or we've got people here from other countries. So what do you think where you are?
Hmm.
While you're answering that, there's a question from Paula. Serenata is to serenade, isn't it, Lynn?
To serenade, but she's saying, how do you say serenata, which is, yeah, it is the noun and the verb, isn't it? A
Mm.
serenade. Mexican people are called mariachis.
I love mariachis.
They
Yeah.
sing Mexican songs. Here in Peru, fewer people, Paola, because people is countable, it's plural. Fewer people sing songs in birthday celebrations. Yeah. So
Serenade.
serenade is what you would say, but I don't know. A serenade for me is like Romeo and Juliet. I think of Juliet on the balcony and Romeo in the garden singing a song to her in the night. That's more of a serenade. It doesn't happen in Britain, I
You
don't
went very
think.
your internet. We're losing you on internet. You sound very strange. You're breaking up there for a minute,
Well,
Lynn.
you were breaking up too before, so I don't know whether it's yours or mine. Sorry.
It might be the
Uh,
stream. It might
yeah,
be
it might be the stream.
StreamYard's fault. Yeah,
Okay.
we'll see what happens there. So yeah, what other questions do we have? Um, oh yeah, this is no. Let's talk about this. Your most memorable birthday. What is it? Can you tell us if you're watching? What's
Hmm.
been your most memorable birthday? Now, it could be a fond memory, which is a good one, or it could be a disaster and a bad memory because you remember it, so it's memorable. Doesn't
Yeah, that's
necessarily
true.
mean it's a good
Uh-huh.
memory.
Yeah. Well, my good one was definitely my 60th surprise
A
party.
surprise, yeah.
My most memorable, horrible one, I can remember, and it was when I turned 17 and I spent my birthday on a ferry going from Dover to Saint-Malo in France.
Mhm.
Portsmouth to Saint-Malo. I can't remember exactly when, but I was going on a French exchange, and we travelled overnight from England, from my hometown, and in the morning we got on this ferry, and that was my birthday. And I was 8 hours on this ferry, and nobody really knew it was my birthday except one person who was my friend, and she said happy birthday, and that was it. And I remember feeling like really lonely. And then I got to France and I met my French family and my French counterpart, who was a young girl. And of course, we couldn't really speak to each other very well. She didn't speak very good English. I didn't speak very good French. And I remember she took me to her sister's house because she had to get her hair cut. And they put me in front of a television, and I saw the Tour de France cycle race, and it was the final bit where they were going up and down the Champs-Élysées. And they left me in front of the television for 1 hour watching that.
On your birthday.
And it was my birthday.
Do
And
you like
nobody had
cycling?
said, no, I hated it. I was 17 and nobody said happy birthday to me. The French family obviously were
Oh,
oblivious that it was my birthday. And I was thinking, what am I doing here on my birthday?
you poor thing. You poor
I
thing.
was so ignored. So that was a
Forced
bad memory of a birthday. Yeah,
forced to watch the Tour de France against your will.
exactly.
But Hemma's with you on the good one, so she remembers fondly
60th. Uh-huh.
her 60th
Oh,
and
also her 50th.
her
Oh,
50th
well,
and
yeah.
her 40th and her
And her
30th.
30th and her 20th.
And Vanessa says, "Hi Vanessa, in Argentina, at least
Mhm.
in most families, it's the whole family who are involved in organizing the birthday party. Oh, that's nice.
That's nice.
When it's not a very special date, like 15 or 18, the family gather. Thank you for using that word. Come together in one big place and prepare some barbecues. A barbecue, I would say, with different salads and, of course, the cake. How can you celebrate anything in Argentina without a barbecue? It's a national pastime.
And how can you celebrate a birthday without a cake? Is what
True.
I would say.
True. Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. Fantastic. That's a lovely way to celebrate your birthday. I remember my younger years more as being
Mm-hmm.
wild, fun, fantastic birthdays. I did have a celebration for my 50th,
Mm-hmm.
but it was very low key. Do you remember that expression? A low key event with just a few close friends and some family. But it was nice because it was a milestone 50th. It marks a special
Mm-hmm.
birthday when I turned 50.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So we have one more question.
Yeah, maybe we can answer that question about, has the meaning of birthdays changed over time? Let's just, because we started with that, but we haven't really answered it. What do you think about it?
Well, as
Or
we
do you
meant
think it just changes because we get older?
that too, but generally speaking, from a social perspective, it does change as we mentioned because of social media. So we're not as hands-on, we're not as physical, meaning handing gifts to people, sending birthday cards, opening birthday cards. So it's become more digitalized
Mm-hmm.
and commercial, obviously,
Mm-hmm.
but not as commercial as other celebrations like Christmas and Easter, obviously, because
Mm-hmm.
people have birthdays on different days. But it's changed from a social. I don't think it's a social anymore, meaning as face to face and in person
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
as it used
Mm-hmm.
to be. What do you think?
Yeah, I agree. I think a lot of people pay lip service to birthdays. Can we put that in the chat? There's a new expression, to pay lip service, lips here. And it means, when I say they pay lip service to birthdays, like they say, oh, yes, it's your birthday, congratulations. And they'll send a text, or they might even just say that to you. But they don't really, I think, like, birthdays should be really about making that person, whoever it is, special for the day, because it's a special day. It's commemorating that you're alive, yeah, and that you are in the world. And I think it's important that the person whose birthday it is the center of attention, kind of. I know we said we don't like to be the center of attention. We don't like everybody to look at you, but you do maybe want everybody to think about you.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
And I think it's nice that we think about other people in a special way on a particular day that's particular to them. I think that's a nice acknowledgement of other human beings. And yeah, so I think birthdays are really important. But it is true that more and more now we're becoming more distant, because we just sort of communicate with people digitally, don't we? And
Exactly. And there's more distance.
or we're very busy, or we think it's not, because we also nowadays, in at least in we're lucky, we live in a quite an affluent society here in Spain, and a lot of people celebrate a lot of things all the time, you know. So it's like going out for a meal or going to the pub is not special anymore on the birthday, is it? You
Yeah.
know.
No, you go out to pubs every Saturday night. So
Well, I don't, but
younger people, like
younger
younger than
people
us.
might.
Yeah.
So, like, sort of, like, I don't know. So it's I don't know, the celebrations have to be bigger or more special or whatever, but that's not really the point. All that people really need is to have a bit of attention on
Hmm.
their birthday, I think.
Yeah. To be
Uh-huh.
spoiled, to be
To be
spoiled rotten.
spoiled with company rather than things, maybe. Mhm.
Andres says in Mexico, the family bring lots of food and presents. And if it's your birthday, you will not pay for anything.
Right, Mexico. I'm going to Mexico then.
Yes, bring on the tacos, Andres. I'm the mezcal. I'm all
Yeah.
for that, definitely.
Mhm.
Okay, well, thank you very much for your company. We hope you've enjoyed this live stream on birthdays. before we go, we'll remind you who we are and what we do. Over to you,
Yep.
Lynn.
Okay, so I'm Lynn. My website is putitlikethis.com. I specialize in making tailor-made courses English courses online to try to help you achieve specific objectives. So maybe your objective is you have to make presentations in English for your business, or maybe you want to pass a particular exam, or maybe you want English so that you can survive when you go traveling. So whatever your objective is in English, then I will try to tailor make a course, put one together so that you can achieve that objective, hopefully as quickly as possible.
Okay.
You can go to putitlikethis.com, find out more details, and you're able to contact me over there.
Yes, if you want more of Lynn, and why wouldn't you, go and visit the website, putitlikethis.com. And if you're a Spanish speaker, and I know some of you are, then at the website mentioningles.com, you'll find lots of support and help for Spanish speakers to take your English up to the next level.
Mm-hmm.
And for audio learners, English podcast, I can't read. Inglespodcast.com is a podcast that I do every Sunday with my friend Reza. And there you will hear us speak about pretty much everything, including grammar, vocabulary, and things that we have no right to talk about. So inglespodcast.com for our podcast. And if you want to improve your spoken English, then go and have a look at englishcraig.com, where you'll find details of my conversation courses. So thank you very much. When are we going to be doing this again? In 2 weeks?
In 2 weeks' time, yes. We're very sorry for last week because I had a very bad cold. So that's why we had to cancel last week. But in 2 weeks' time then, okay?
We'll be back with another topic.
Yep. Okay.
Yep. See you next time.
All right then.
Thanks
Take
for joining.
care. Bye-bye, everyone. Bye.
Bye.